Hey there, welcome back friends. In this video we will talk about model and view. Now friends, in our last example we have created this particular method where we have this model object. Now this is cool, this is nice, and we are returning the name of view from this method. Till now everything is fine. Let me also show you the file displayname.jsp. Here is our view file. Now under Spring we also have something known as model and view. Let me show you. So in here, for example, I type in model and view. Here we go, and let me create a object out of it. So it could be like model and view equals new model and view. And if we check, there are like multiple versions of the constructor, and one of the version is this string view name, and indeed we can pass the name of the view directly. Definitely we need to enclose this name in between pair of double quotes. Let's do that. Now what happens is, as soon as we make use of this model and view, what happens is we can simplify this particular method furthermore. First of all, we won't return a string, rather we will make use of model and view. Here we go. And in here we will not make use of this string, rather we will make use of the object model and view. Now this makes things a little more readable, where we know that we are returning model and view. So this is an advantage over the conventional use of model. Apart from that, we can also get rid of this model parameter from the method. So again, that is a good thing. And when it comes to this model and view object, in place of model object we can replace this with model and view object, but there is no method by the name of add attribute. Here in place of add attribute we need to make use of something else. So let me show you. Here we have this particular method by the name of add object. So we will make use of this add object method and our work is done. And definitely we can make use of any approach, model approach or model and view approach, it's up to you. And majorly there is no certain difference between both. Both are simply two ways of doing the same stuff. Alright, now moving forward, let us quickly run this application before moving forward. Here we go. Let me give the name, any name, and here is the output. Till now there is no issue, everything is working properly. Alright, so this is looking good. Now again back to the main controller. Before moving forward, let me also give you a yet another small piece of information. In here, this request mapping can take any type of request, but there is a special request mapping for only get mapping, and this could be handy in order to make things even more readable. So in here, if I make use of get mapping instead of request mapping, again that is a good thing, because this will explicitly specify that this particular method is only handling get type of request. So this is again a good thing to know. Alright, now moving forward, let us do one small little thing. In here, for example, we have a date object maybe. So date equals, let me stop the web server. Date equals new date. Here we go. And for example, we wish to print this on the web page. Again, that is possible. Again, we will make use of model and view dot add object, and we will give the name as maybe date and add the object date. Standard stuff, right? So till now no rocket science. Let me check the date on our view. So in here, as of now there is no business logic as such, but we are simply trying to check whether we are able to print or display the date on the web page or not. So it would be like today is colon, and we will simply print date. Let me save the changes. Let us quickly run this application on the web server. So till now there is no rocket science and we are able to print any type of object in here. May it be date object, may it be string object, it will display in any time now. But for example, there is even more complex object. How to handle that is something which we will see in a minute. So I suppose this will give us this page. Let me click on submit, and this will also give me the date. Right, so this is nice, but moving forward, for example, in the main controller we add a slightly more complex object, for example a list. So it would be like list names, list of a string, name of the list would be names equals new array list. Here we go. And now let me quickly add the elements in this particular list. So it would be like names dot add. Let me add a name, for example my name, then names dot add maybe Poonam. Let me copy this and add couple of more names, for example John and Mike. Alright, so we have 4 names, a slightly complicated data structure, and we would like to display all of these names on the web page. How we can do that? Definitely we can like add a yet another object. So it would be like model and view dot add object, and it could be like we will print team maybe. Definitely John and Mike are made up names, and here we will pass on names. Alright, so this is good, but for example we try to print the information here like this. First of all, let me add a br tag real quick, and let me add a br tag again, and then finally in here let me print list of team members. All right, this looks good. And in here we will also add a yet another line, and then again a br tag. So as of now we are not looking forward to the functionality part. We are simply trying to check how we can display some complex object on this web page. So please bear with me and don't worry about look and feel of the web page. And in here we will simply print team, where t needs to be in lowercase. So in here, for example, I add the list like this, and I try to run this application. Then what will be the outcome? Let me show you quickly. Let me enter my name, click on submit, and it will give me a list. Now this looks to be good, this is nice, but how we can iterate over this complex object, how we can add a for loop for example and extract individual element is something which I will show you finally in this video. Alright, now when it comes to iterating, we will take help of JSTL, and for example we wish to add JSTL support on this web page, then we will have to add a tag lib. Now let me quickly show you the tag lib. You can definitely Google for tag libs, but alternatively you can search our website and Google for JSTL tag lib, and you will get an article on our website studyeasy.org by the name of JSTL tag lib. This is a super simple article where you will get the tag lib for every type of tags available under JSTL. Now friends, if you wish to know more about JSTL, how it works, what are the tags and all sort of those things, definitely check out my course on JSP servlets and JSTL. That will definitely help you a lot, and indeed that is a very good course to take. Alright, so before wasting any more time, let me paste the tag lib here. So it would be like just above the doc type, and this is good. Let me save the changes, and as soon as I save the changes, it will start showing me error. The reason being, one of the dependency is missing. So I will navigate to pom.xml. Let me expand this, and in here I will navigate to dependencies, and in here we have already added the support of JSTL, but there is a additional file which is required. Let me add that file. The name of the file is standard taglibs standard. So this is a important file which was missing. Add this thing, and if for example you are not getting it directly from this console, simply Google for standard jar and Google, and you will get a Maven code for it. And indeed the code is here. This is the code which you will get online again. Let me also show you. If you simply search for standard .jar Maven, then you will get this as the first search result. This is fairly straightforward. Simply copy and paste this to our pom.xml and it will be added. Alright, so this is nice. And now if I navigate to display name.jsp, the error is gone. Now moving forward, let us iterate over the list, and it is very simple. In here we will make use of a core tag which is C:, for each, and there are a couple of things. Let me show you real quick. So in here, if I show you, there is this items and var value. So var value is the temporary variable, like temp. You can give any value for the var value, it's up to you. And then we need to make use of this items, and in place of items we will make use of this expression element, and we will paste it in here. Let me save the changes, and in between the for each loop, finally we can display the names per iteration. Now as of now we have given the variable name as temp. This is the temporary variable which will contain a specific name from the list per iteration. All right, and let me paste this here. Let me save the changes and let me rerun this application. Now definitely this application is not very, what we say, very practical example, but it gives you the overall idea how we can like read or iterate things over the view. Alright, so JSTL is something which is used in here, and you can definitely check out my course on JSP servlet and JSTL. JSTL is good to know information. This is something I will definitely recommend. Alright, so now moving forward, this will take a couple of more seconds to come up. Let me give my name submat, and here it is giving us a list. Now definitely we need to update this a little like this. So in here, for example, we add a br tag per iteration and we refresh this, then we will get the list like this. Alright, so this is it for today's video. I suppose you enjoyed this video. In our next video we will check altogether a different thing, and that would be even more interesting. Alright, so that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.